Osho, Bodhidarma, the greatest Zen master. Commentaries on the teachings of the messenger of Zen from India to China. Given at the Osho Commune International, Pune, India. Discourse number 12.
Beloved Bhagwan, that which follows is witnessed on the way. It's beyond the ken of our hearts and mortals. When the mind reaches nirvana, you don't see nirvana, because the mind is nirvana. If you see nirvana somewhere outside the mind, you're deluding yourself. Every suffering is a Buddha seed, because suffering impels to seek wisdom. But you can only say that suffering gives rise to Buddhahood. You can't say that suffering is Buddhahood. Your body and mind are the field. Suffering is the seed, wisdom the sprout, and Buddhahood the grain. When the three poisons are present in your mind, you live in a land of filth. When the three poisons are absent from your mind, you live in a land of purity. There's no language that isn't the Dharma. To talk all day without saying anything is the way. To be silent all day and still say something isn't the way. Hence, neither does a Tathagata's speech depend on silence, nor does his silence depend on speech, nor does his speech exist apart from his silence. Those who understand both speech and silence are in samadhi. If you speak when you know, your speech is free. If you're silent when you don't know, your silence is tied. Language is essentially free. It has nothing to do with attachment, and attachment has nothing to do with language. Reality has no high or low. If you see high or low, it isn't real. According to the world, there's male and female, rich and poor. According to the way, there's no male or female, no rich or poor. When the goddess realized the way, she didn't change her sex. When the stable boy awakened to the truth, he didn't change his status. Free of sex and status, they shared the same basic appearance. The goddess searched 12 years for her womanhood without success. To search 12 years for one's manhood would likewise be fruitless.
Bodhidarma is a mine of pure gold, except on 2 points. Which he goes on continuously insisting. He is the man to be listened, to be understood, to be absorbed as deeply in your heart as possible. But those 2 points have to be remembered. I have been wondering why nobody contemporary to Bodhidharma pointed to those 2 flaws, and the only thing I can think of is that Bodhidharma was too strong an individuality, too charismatic, that in front of him people must have felt completely silent. His power must have been overwhelming. Otherwise the defects are so clear that it is impossible that nobody would have noticed them. And he himself has reached to his ultimate flowering. He has arrived home. It is no more his concern that on the path he has gone few times astray, although he always comes back. There is an ancient saying in the East that if somebody goes astray in the morning and comes back home in the evening, he should not be considered lost. And it is very natural for people who are spontaneous once in a while to go astray, because they are not following any ready-made track. They are not like railway trains. Continuously moving on the same track. They are more like wild rivers. Without any map, without any guide, the river arises far away in the Himalayas and